Welcome to The Local Voice. I'm Jeff Harrison, and today I have somebody. Well, first of all, let me ask you a question. Raise your hand. Do you have a bank account? Raise your hand. Do you know anyone in your bank besides a teller when you put your money in the bank? The reason I asked that today is because I have someone who I've come to know, and he's a great guy. We get to talk to him, and he is Leonard Macias. Leonard, welcome.
Thank you, Jeff.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Hey, before we get started, tell us a little bit about who is Leonard Macias. Like, your family, you're married, that type of thing. What do you like to do?
Well, so I'm married. I have 5 beautiful kids. Starting with the oldest, 12, Aiden. Jacob is just turned 11.
Wow.
Ethan is going to be 10 in March. Liana is 7. And my little baby, Ellie, she's 4 years old. I was born in the San Fernando Valley back in 1980. My parents came from Mexico, so they met here in the late 70s. And shortly after, we migrated over to the desert. So I've been here since about 85. Love the desert, born and raised out here. Well, raised out here. I'm very involved in the community. On my spare time, I coach soccer. I coached all my kids' soccer together with other business professionals in the desert, and that's been very, very fruitful and giving back.
What's the one thing that you enjoy most about coaching that you also take into the business world?
In business as in teams, you with children, you really want to coach them to have fun, right? So it's about learning fundamentals, right? Learning the skill of passing a ball, right? Of playing with others, right? Passing it to a team member, taking that into the business world. I used to manage several banks, and it's something similar. It's really trying to find out what the employee is passionate about, right? What gets them up in the morning? Why are they coming to work? Sitting down, coaching them, and teaching them the fundamentals of dealing with people. So I do like that. It's very rewarding to see others kind of progress.
Well, now at California Bank and Trust, you have a different role.
Correct.
Tell us a little about what is that role, and then tell us what you do.
Right. So at California Bank and Trust, I'm a business relationship manager, and so what that means is 90% of my time is involved being out in the community, meeting with business owners, really trying to understand their business, and what's important to them, what are their goals. Right. Everybody's business is different, but what's interesting is the business owners is it's like me with my children. That's their baby. Right? So you really want to take the time to kind of just get to know them as a person, right? Before you giving recommendations on how you can assist. So my role at California Bank and Trust is just that, right? I'm not in the branch 90% of the time. I'm actually out in the field, making appointments, getting to know the community, involved in certain boards, volunteering my time, and just, really getting to know the business owner.
So why would someone as a business owner reach out to you and say, "Hey, I think I'm ready. I need some help"? What would they typically be asking from you as help?
So in my role, I've been with California Bank and Trust for a little under 2 years. However, in my previous roles, I started off as a banker at Wells Fargo, right? 17 years ago, actually.
Wow.
So I bring a lot of experience from the management piece of managing different banks for different institutions. So I started off at Wells Fargo, became one of the youngest branch managers at Wells Fargo at the age of 25. From there, transitioned over to another big bank called US Bank. Was there for a few years, 6, 7 years, and I managed banks there also. From there, transitioned over to a bank called Union Bank.
Sure.
Right? It's owned by Mitsubishi United Financial Group. So I ran banks there, but I actually ran a couple of branches at the same time. So all that experience in dealing with the business owner from the standpoint of a branch manager of a financial institution, that's what I bring to the table now in my new role as a business relationship manager. So it's really about educating the business owner and trying to help them. There's so much information out there, right? And it's really trying to say, hey, let's take a look at that information, but let's take our time doing it, right? I'm not going to sit down and try to recommend something or sell you something that doesn't make sense, right? So I'm not in the business of selling. I'm in the business of really trying to understand your business and coach you and guide you, right? And use my resources with California Bank and Trust to help you achieve those goals. A lot of times what happens is, when there's challenges within the business, they're reaching out to their bank that they have a relationship with. Or I recently have incurred, situations where I get brought in and, so there's certain things that have happened and I'm trying to help, but it's to the point where, we're gonna have to take other steps, right? the best time for any business is now. Is sit down and really have a conversation with your business banker or myself, right? To sit down and let's put you on a plan. Let's say a business owner foresees, let's say they're in manufacturing, they foresee that they're gonna need a new piece of equipment. Well, is it 6 months, is it 12 months, is it 18 months? We really wanna sit down and look at the numbers now, and we work with your CPA behind the scenes, right? So we can analyze those numbers, look at the debts, right? And be able to put you on a plan as a business owner so that when the time comes for us to apply, it's more fruitful than saying, hey, you know what, sorry, we wish you would have done this 12 months ago, 18 months ago. So that's really the key of building that relationship with your banker and a good CPA, is because me, myself, and the CPA will work hand in hand to help you.
When it comes to people saying, okay, now I can reach out to you, what's the best way to do that? Phone numbers, emails, what's the best way?
Right, so you can reach me at Leonard.Macias, CalBT, which stands for California Bank and Trust. So Leonard.Macias, CalBT. You can reach me directly, on my cell phone, 760-610-9539 at the branch. But like I said, if I'm not at the branch, it's better to just call me directly, email me, or shoot me a text. And just say, hey, let's have a conversation. Let's educate you on what your goals are for the business.
That's great.
Right?
Linda, first of all, thank you. Or you allow me to say Leo.
Yes,
Leo, thank
Jeff,
you so much for joining us. Let me put it this way. When you want to succeed, one of the things we've heard bantered around is get yourself a mentor. It sounds like when you want a mentor when it comes to business banking and making sure financially you're sound, Leo Macias may be your guy. So reach out to him. His information's on the screen. I want to thank you for joining us again. My name is Jeff Harrison. Leo, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Tell us again one more time.
Leonard Macias, California Bank and Trust Business Relationship Manager.
See you again next time on The Local Voice.